Hi there, this is Mrs. Anderson. I am going to talk to you about how to find the vertical asymptotes of a function for the rationals capstone. Here we go. So in order to find the vertical asymptotes, what you want to do is look at the denominator. We're mostly curious about what numbers would make the denominator 0, because the denominator is not allowed to be 0, and that's where the asymptotes will occur. And I'm going to show you how to find these algebraically, and then I'll show you how to find them graphically as well. You can actually just use Desmos to find them on the graph. So here's how you find them algebraically. You look at the denominator. You're going to take your little factors, like x plus 2, and you're going to lose the parentheses, set them equal to 0, and you're going to solve these little baby equations. So x equals -2 is one of the vertical asymptotes, and then the other one, I'm going to do the same thing, take my factor, x minus 3, lose the parentheses, set up a little equation, and then solve it. And my other asymptote is at +3. So let me give you a visual of this. -2, just going to zoom in there a little bit. -2, this first one, means that I cannot touch the graph at -2. And sure enough, on this graph, this is the graph of that function, sure enough, there is a vertical line at x equals -2, and we are not touching it. And that's called an asymptote, a line that you approach but you never touch. Now, the other asymptote is at x equals 3, and so that's a vertical line at 1, 2, 3. And sure enough, if I look at the graph, I can see that there's an invisible line there that we approach. The graph really tries to get close, but it never actually touches it. So again, to find the vertical asymptotes, you're going to take your denominator, set it equal to 0, and solve it. And then to check it, you can look at the graph and make sure visually that there are lines at those x equals numbers, lines that the graph does not touch. Okay, now if you're thinking, gosh, this seems really familiar to me, this is very similar to what we did in a recent video, finding the x-intercepts, except to find the x-intercepts, you solve the top. To find the vertical asymptotes, you solve the bottom. So very similar process. Okay, I'm going to walk you through 2 more examples. If you feel ready, hit pause and see if you can find the answers. I'll hide the graph so we don't see. See if you can find the answers, find the equations for the vertical asymptotes. Here we go. I'm going to take my first factor, lose the parentheses, set it equal to 0, and solve. X equals -5 is one of the lines. Take the other factor, x minus 1, lose the parentheses, solve, and that is the other equation. So I have 2 vertical asymptotes. One is at +1, and that would be this guy right here. You can see there's an invisible line we approach but do not touch. Sure enough. And then the other one is at -5, and that's right here. Sure enough, the graph really tries to touch -5, but it doesn't. It gets super close, but it never actually touches. Okay, one more example. I would encourage you to hit pause and do this one by yourself. Okay, here we go. Find the vertical asymptotes of f of x, and I'm going to work on the bottom. So, first factor, x plus 3, set it equal to 0, solve it. I get x equals -3. By the way, when you take this denominator and set it equal to 0 and solve it using its factored form, we're using the zero product property here, and I'm not going to go into that, but that is why I'm allowed to do this. Okay, so we have 2 equations, x equals 2 and x equals -3. Let's get a visual check on this. -3, 1, 2, 3, Yep, sure enough, there's a line. We don't touch it, but we try to get really close to it. Yep. And then the other one, x equals 2, is right here. Right there at the 2, all the way up, all the way down, forever and ever. And those are the vertical asymptotes, and that is how you find them, and this will get you through the capstone. Good luck.